Hi everyone, I'm Jonatsu and welcome to my channel. Okay, so I took a look at the video I just made a few days ago, my first video, and oh my god, it sounds so much like I have a script. I have a script, but why does it sound so much like a script? So for today's video, I decided to just lay off my script and use it a little bit sometimes, but just use my brain for most of the video. So I hope it's going to sound a little bit more natural. Basically, for today's video, I want to show you all of my OCs. Like, all of them. The thing is, I have a lot of OCs and not all of them have a backstory or a design. So I made it my challenge today to make them one, because I feel like I'm neglecting them. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is that I'm going to gather all of my OCs on this Canva. And the ones that are in the same universe are going to have the same color, and the one in red are in individual universe or in the same universe as my friend's OC. Ooh, this makes a lot of universe. Now that we have this class photo, let's start one by one. So the first one on the list is going to be Sonastre. The thing with her is that I actually created a design that I kind of like for her, and I don't really have enough critical knowledge to know what is wrong with it, so I think I'm just going to draw her exactly like I designed her. Originally, Sonastre is a Zelda OC. In this alternate universe, there's a fourth Triforce, the one of power. She was sent by the goddess Hiii to protect this one that is considered hidden from the people. So while making her design, I made it the most fit possible for attack and defense. She has multiple eyes plus one big eye in the side of her face to be able to see anything moving. Her nose resembles the one of an animal, with the black line under, to be able to smell anything unusual. Her ears are super developed, so she can basically hear any small noise or one that is far away. She has 4 arms to optimize her attacks and defense, plus horse feet to be able to run faster. Now, with her story, she has never been a baby or child. She is born as a guardian, protecting the Triforce of power. Now, in this timeline, Link and Zelda have been defeated. Hyrule Kingdom entered an era of chaos and destruction. But now, when Ganondorf tried to use the power of the Triforce together, somehow it didn't work. Until he realized that there was the existence of a fourth Triforce, hidden somewhere. He destroyed sky and earth to find it, unsuccessfully. And in an act of rage and frustration, he confronted the goddess by creating so much darkness, aches, and blood, not just in Hyrule, but in other kingdoms too, who had no knowledge on what was happening. Triggered by this calamity, Hylia had to do something. So, by the way, you have to know that when I say Sonastre, Guardian of the Triforce, mean that she has it in her, but she doesn't have the right to use it or anything, because it's a too powerful tool. That's why she has no triangle mark on her hand. Like, to be able to activate the Triforce, you'd have to kill the Guardian. Anyway, she summoned Sonastre from the strength of the moon and the sun united to confront Ganondorf. Now, in an intense and bloody fight, even while being created to fight, even when she was a creation from the goddess directly, all this was not enough against the man who had 3 Triforce united. So in the last act of duty, she pointed her sword toward her neck and sliced it, without thinking twice. It was pure gamble. She didn't know will this give her the strength of the Triforce, or will offer it to Ganon on a golden plate. Of course, I ain't making all that for her to lose. It was risked, but since she's the one who... So the Triforce just activated where it was, and gave her the power to defeat Ganondorf, before eventually turning off and taking her life definitely. Now, the goddess Hylia was left with an empty kingdom and destroyed lands to rebuild and repopulate. Now, I'm not really proud with how it came out, but I think the design is not that bad. I just don't really know what is wrong with it, but I feel like something is wrong, but I don't know why. I don't know what. And also the colors that I choose, because generally I color in black and white, and now coloring with actual colors, I don't know, the drawing felt kind of weird, but hey, we made it. Now the next one is going to be Chubo. So she actually have an already existing backstory that I think is pretty interesting actually. And it's kind of surprising that I didn't make her as a principal OC. But her design is very blank, and the last time I drew her, she looked like this. So I low-key decided to change her design, but it was really hard because like I told you, I'm not that good at character design, and I had to choose the clothes and the vibe I wanted for her, the haircut, but also there is that part of me that have always been attached to her old design. So when I changed her that much, I don't know, but she didn't feel like Chubo anymore. I used the old design, I used ideas on my head, I used Pinterest reference, but it wasn't in the spit paint. So I used references, used my imagination. I did a lot of expressions and positions for her, because I didn't quite get the vibe of her personality. Because even if her backstory is interesting, I didn't have her personality right in my head. Like what kind of person she actually is. And I remember I saw somewhere that like if you want to make character design, it could be a good thing to like draw them like in a dress-up game, and like you draw them and you can change their clothes and all. So that's what I did, and I used the old design to also inspire myself for her. Also, since she's from not that rich family, like really poor, I made in my head that like most of her outfit is made of fabric she found in trash, or she found already used or in the street. Even if it looks like purple and very fancy corset, it's actually just a fabric she found on the street, and she mixed it with some old leather, and she made that corset. And now we're done. So I wanted to make y'all a backstory about her, but then I realized it was way too long. So maybe in another video if y'all are interested about it. Okay, so I may have lied to y'all in the title. It's not really a video about all of my OC. Let's say that this is part 1, okay? Because I low-key got lazy with all of the other drawings, and I low-key want to draw something else for once. And I'm not one of these artists that draws super fast, you know, and I low-key take my time, so I don't want to pass a month just on these drawings. So maybe I'll do a part 2. I mean, I'll definitely do a part 2 when I'll have the motivation for it. But hey, we already did 2 of my neglected OC. It's already good. So we got Sonastre and Chubo, and maybe we'll see the other ones in the next video. So thanks for watching. Leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed this video. Bye bye.